It's spring here in China. The bees are buzzing, animals are roaming, and aunties are taking pictures of blooming flowers. Those pictures must be shared. But there's one flower I'm a little confused about. I'm Craig and this is Cinematic Something. And just like those aunties, capturing and sharing images, it's kind of my thing. Flowers are everywhere in Guangdong right now, but one of them sparked my curiosity. For such a beautiful blossom, it just doesn't get nearly enough attention. It's as if there's something everyone else knows about that I don't. You know, some kind of secret or something. When I first saw one on the sidewalk, I felt so lucky, like I saw a rainbow or shooting star. Then I saw another one smushed on the walkway right next to it, like roadkill. And quickly, I learned how common they are. I felt like I was the only one who noticed them, until I saw an auntie collecting them in a plastic bag, smushing them all in there without a care in the world. But why? Aunties usually like to take pictures of blossoms. Was this some kind of an auntie conspiracy? There was obviously something I didn't know. So, it's time for me to think like an auntie and find out what the secret is. What are these flowers used for? I figured the easiest way to start my search was to do as aunties do and take some pics of these blossoms. So I made my way to Zhiwan Station here in Shenzhen, where I heard there were a lot of these trees nearby. The thing I learned in Zhiwan is it's hard to get a good angle on these blossoms with them being so far up in a tree. And any good auntie photographer will tell you, you gotta get close to the blossoms. So I put a camera on a pole and pushed it up into the tree just to see what it would look like. And I think it was worth it. It kind of looked like I was looking at the world from the tree's perspective. The one thing about sticking a pole up a tree is it attracts some attention. I started talking to this fellow who told me something I didn't know. I had looked up its Latin name, which is Bombaxiba, but he told me its Chinese name. Which is called mumianhua, or wood cotton flower. What I'd captured so far was pretty good, but the key to auntie photography is to take the best photo, one that inspires awe and jealousy in your friends. And for that, there's nothing better than going macro. Back at the park, I set up for the ultimate shot of mumianhua, and people noticed. Surprisingly, the best part of the park wasn't taking these macro shots, it was the conversation. I especially love this one city worker who felt compelled to tell me his feelings about mumianhua. But then I heard this conversation. I could understand only a few of the words, but enough to know they were talking about eating the flower. Was that why all those aunties were collecting bags of blossoms? There's only one way to find out. I guess I have to eat some of these things. I'm sure there's a special way to prepare mumianhua, but I opted to keep it simple. A little salt, a little sugar in a frying pan. We'll call this the white guy method. The petals, they were pretty good. Kind of soft, but a nice consistency. The stems, not so much. A little crunchy for my taste. There are times when we see things that we don't understand, things that make us feel like we don't know what's going on. And in this case, I was glad I leaned in on that Auntie Wisdom. Take some pictures, listen in on some conversations, and learn something I didn't know before. There's so much more to say about Mumianhua that I couldn't get to in this video, from recipes to medicine to the fascinating lore about the tree itself. That's it for today. Did you know this tree is also known as the hero tree? Do you want to be a hero? You can be that hero by liking and subscribing to Cinematic Something.